Hey, what's up? This is Todd from Rock Hard Reactions, putting on my The Sane Artist mice. Sorry, that's my cat, putting on my The Sane Artist profile. So, I'm going to be doing a quick review of the new television show Slacker Cats airing on ABC Family. Now, Slacker Cats. Okay, well, you take a great movie, the 1990 classic independent movie from Richard Linklater, Slacker, truly innovative movie that was creative, artistic, and just showed the great Austin scene. You take a great play like Cats, then you morph it together, get some big fat guy who had a bunch of Mexican, and just crap all over the whole thing. And you got Slacker Cats. I mean, there's really barely any redeeming qualities to the show. It's really generic, all like, it's a basic sitcom thing where we have a problem, we have to solve it, and there's like no creative way they approach this at all. I mean, it has Alex Borstein, she plays the vet, and she's, Lois from Family Guy. And they have, I'm not sure, Alan Covert, I don't even know him. I've seen him and stuff, I haven't, know him exactly. And he plays a jerk who's, dating Nicole Silverman's character, Louise. And she's, she has no real character either. Don't know who Tommy is. I mean, he'll pop up. I've seen 2 episodes though, so kind of a 2 episode sort of basis. But then let's just get down to the main cats. There are 2 main cats, Buckley and Eddie, dynamic duo, the crazy 2, but they're both terrible. It's from Williams, who you probably remember from Superstar, the biker boyfriend. And then there's Sinbad. I have no idea who the heck Sinbad is, but he plays a black character. He's a yellow cat that's black, and it's not gangster black,
What's up, knuckle?
Break yourself, fool!
He's the rich white black who thinks he can say funny lines. It's the guy that's gonna be wearing purple at a comedy show. He's gonna think he can go with these low subtle jokes about, I'm a black person, but I'm not super black, I'm just kind of black, sort of thing, and he's terrible. All of his jokes are horrid. They really just try to compliment Buckley, but then there's, no creativity to them. They're terrible. Then they have some weird characters. One's, some drugged-up cat who talks about being a rock girl when she loses an ear, and, you see, the worst thing about the show is there's some lines that I like. I mean, you can imagine them being used well as a joke. I mean, I like some of the lines, but they just, most of the lines are terrible, and when they come up with good lines, they just don't execute them well. It's just, ugh. The only redeeming fact, and this is just for me personally, is that Emo Phillips stars as Dopper, and this is a good and bad thing. I mean, one thing, you have a grand comedian, he's my favorite comedian, out of the 80s, and he's probably the best character out of all of them. He's kind of this psycho paranoid cat, which is similar to how he is, but then they had to dumb it down for the ABC audience to make it more family-oriented. Emo Phillips is hilarious. He's, most of his stuff is, not very explicit anyway, so I really don't get. They really should just let him come up with all the stuff for the characters, unless he just didn't care, because really, after home movies, he wasn't in any good roles whatsoever. After playing Shannon the Cannon, he was nothing more, except very bland. That was terrible, I know. Which is good, because we're talking about Slacker Cats. And there's nothing redeeming about this show. I mean, it's horrible, all the plots are generic. I mean, they're based around cats, yeah. But, I mean, like I said, the only redeeming fact is that Emo Phillips plays it, and it's not even Emo Phillips. It's sort of half and half. It's stuff he would say. Well, let me just show you this clip right here.
You can only use these once, right?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Eddie, the dancehall. He's a coming.
Now, Duper, back up. Start at the start.
When sinners die, they go to hell, right? But there's been so many bad people since the beginning of the world, there can't be no more room in hell. So they gotta build up. And there's a new one today. Cursed skyscrapers hold up the dam. And now hell is so tall, it's inches under our feet. Inches! Satan's gonna come through that crack right there.
Yeah. See you, dope.
Watch the ground, hear me? Watch the ground.
See? And, yeah, it's just things that are kind of pretty funny. That was pretty funny. But, it's not him. It's not Emo Phillips. It's not the Emo Phillips we know and love. I mean, now look at this clip.
How many people here are like me? Now, I'm no good in the morning unless I've had that first hot piping pot of coffee. Anyone like that? Oh, I've tried other enemas, but somehow just not the same, I woke up the other morning, I went to the kitchen, my sister made some eggs, so we cooked them, and I went outside, spent the whole day trying to get our neighbor's cat down from the tree, and I just couldn't, because I'm a horrible shot. Yeah. I love animals. I have a love for animals that's almost illegal. In fact, I had a cat when I was a kid, cute little cat. Once my cat gave birth to kittens, and my dad took me and the kittens to the lake, and we drowned them. And I was crying my eyes out because I couldn't get them to skip.
See, that was funny, that was hilarious, and that was his style. Now, they would have tailored it to truly his style. It may have been something worth watching, though. He probably just didn't care, Ian Phillips is the type of guy that'll screw around with you. He's kind of like a Stephen Colbert type of guy. If you watch, like, Dr. Katz, you can see that, sort of. He's sort of like this guy that likes to mess around with people, so he probably doesn't even care about the role. Though, I have to say, it's pretty funny, but it's not the best, and he's the only good character. Everyone else is bland and horrible. So, my suggestion, do not watch Slacker Cats. This is their attempt to make an animated sitcom like Family Guy, The Simpsons, and South Park, or American Dad, if you will, and to make it adult-themed on ABC Family, and it's horrible. When they say adult-themed, that means it's tailored to that, I don't even know how to say it, like that kind of feel that's like, similar to Psych, where it's like, has to be like some jazz, like some soft elevator music jazz playing behind it, but not even 100th as funny. So, Slacker Cast for me gets 2 thumbs down horribly. Right down the pooper.